All right, she's cute, cool as a cucumber thanks to DeLonghi. You know that DeLonghi is the #1 name in portable air conditioning here in America. They're Italian made. This looks like an Italian sports car. They actually brought this technology to America. This, by the way, is not Memorial Day weekend, and that's normally when we do this. So we wanted to get a preemptive strike. Our customers said, hey, I need this now, because do you realize the latest temperature grid is putting Phoenix at 103, Las Vegas at 103, Scottsdale at 102, Houston at 93, and it's the first week of May. So we wanted to make sure that you had this first. I do want to point something out. I wish I could have gotten to wheel this off. Do you know, bronze, bye-bye. Bye-bye. So we've got 2 choices left. This, of course, is our white. Our gray, we have a little over 1,000. $600 product. It's well over, it's almost $200 off for this hour. Extended 2-year warranty that DeLonghi is paying for you. And yes, ask about that HSN card. I'm gonna scoot right over to Julie because among so many other things, I have things still in boxes in my garage that I bought from HSN. They're still in the box because I can't put them together. That will never, ever, ever happen to you with your DeLonghi, right, Julie Truster?
Right. Installation is simple.
That's right.
5 to 10 minute setup. You don't need any tools to put it together. So this is the unit right here. It cools up to 500 square feet. And it comes, as you can see, the caster wheels are on the bottom. They come already installed, so you don't even have to screw them on. And then on the back, here's your flexible hose. Yeah. So look how quickly, here's your adapter. Right here, it fits a window 20 to 48. It's adaptable. Right here, it's adjustable. And then you can take it over to your window. It fits your windows, your double hung windows, or your windows that go side to side. Right. And it fits right inside here. No screws, no drills. Nothing. There it is, right there. And then you can keep your screen in. You put your window down. It plugs into a standard socket. You turn it on, and that's it.
You're done.
I love, too, that you can close your blinds if you like a nice, dark, cold room. Right. Turn it on so it's cold, it's dark. And then it fits your windows that slide.
Oh, which is smart, because a lot of, you know, manufacturers or contractors are going to that design.
Yeah, kind of a newer.
It's so funny. We actually had a little countdown clock. It was kind of like Beat the Clock with Julie earlier, and it takes literally seconds. Seconds. Yeah, I'll uninstall it. Seconds. So what? This is what you do to uninstall.
Yeah, this is it.
1, 2, 3.
And then turn it off, of course, and unplug it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
I think the camera missed it.
I think so too.
Fast.
So remember, it's $200 off the retail. $200 off the retail. It's free shipping. It's less than $70 on your credit card. You will see Julie with other DeLonghis and other air conditioning systems over the course of the season. Won't be this price. Yeah. And I can tell you for a fact, since it's a 3-in-1, meaning it's your fan, it's your air conditioner, and it's your dehumidifier. Now, I'll get this out of the way. When I say dehumidifier, don't get scared. There's no crazy bucket. There's no overflowing. There's no valve shutoff. There's no mildew. There's no spores. There's no buildup because of the BioSilver technology. And there is no price cut after this hour. So if you want to spend $200 more, just wait. And the interesting thing about that is people will, and they do. DeLonghi is also paying for an extra extended warranty for you, so you get a 2-year warranty with your purchase. We're doing it with free shipping. We're doing it for this hour. Colleen called us in Michigan last hour, and don't let her be the only one. Whether you were thinking of getting a split AC if you've got a 2-story home like I do, I spent almost $10,000 for my air conditioning system upstairs, and it's still wildly inadequate because my master bath is always too hot. My makeup runs off me after I take a shower, and my master bedroom is always running around 10 degrees minimum warmer than the rest of the house because that's where the sun exposure is. So what I do is I am spending hundreds of dollars extra a month on my cooling costs just to try to get a manageable sleep temperature in my back bedroom. And I can tell you for a fact, beyond the fact that it will make you comfortable, that it will make you you cooler, you'll sleep more soundly, you'll sleep better, you'll fall asleep faster. That's what all the experts say with regard to sleep in a cooler room. You will only get this price for this show. 12 midnight it expires. We're also, you have to consider the money that you will save. If you use your HSN card, you're looking at a little over $44 on your credit card. Julie, I gotta tell you, I like the digital display.
I know, I love the
sharp.
new design. So this is brand new. It comes with the remote control. You can see right here, there's your digital readout. So it's just like your central air conditioner where you set it. Okay, you don't have, if you set it to 70, it, you know, it doesn't run 70 all day. It will stop when it hits 70, just like your regular one at home, which is a great way to be able to save money. Also, it has a timer. There's your little timer icon right there, so you can set it to turn on or off. If you work all day, why cool your entire house? You can set it to maybe turn on at 5 o'clock, so when you come home at 6 o'clock, your main room, your family room, or your master bedroom is already cool. And then brand new right here is the oscillating louve right here. So you can see where it goes up and down, and it cools the room faster and also more evenly because it circulates that cool air instead of just blowing in one direction. Now, if you want to turn that off, all you have to do, and your digital display now is right on the front of the unit instead of on the top of the unit. So if you're laying in your favorite chair and you aim it, you can actually see right to it, and you can see what the temperature is, just like she's showing you right there. I love that, brand new. Nice.
I mean, and that's just it. It's not an eyesore. It runs very quiet.
Very quiet,
you can put it in your great room, watch that movie, not wake the baby. I mean, keep the whole house up, the whole 9 yards. I can tell you, again, I'm certainly not going to make any, you know, specific monetary claims, but it will save you money, because think about this. When I go home tonight, I'll probably start cooking. I love to cook at night. That's my therapy. I don't turn every burner on my stove on, you know, when I make whatever. If I'm frying an egg, I'm using that one burner. Why in the world are you throwing money out the window to try to cool that whole house when you're just spending time in the kitchen, when you're just spending time in the master bedroom, when you're just in the living room watching a movie? And it's
or when you're at work,
or when you're
and
at
you're
work.
not even there.
Julie put the fear of God in me when she said you could shut your air off, and I'm like, no.
And we did that upstairs. I feel like we all have that part of our house, that room or the wing. Ours is our entire upstairs. Our house was built in 1920, so it's not properly insulated. And the upstairs gets so hot. It doesn't even matter in the summertime what we put the AC to. It runs and runs and runs, and it's still hot. So we just finally shut it off, and we put one of these in each of the kids' bedrooms. And you know, the first year we had it in one of the bedrooms, and my daughter would pull it out of my son's room because she was getting hot in her room. She'd pull it out of her room. Okay, she was 12 years old, and she could roll it along the hardwood floor. She'd pop, because he sleeps very sound. She'd pull it out while he was sleeping, and she could install it. No tools are required.
None.
To uninstall it, you just pop it out, unplug it. You don't need an electrician. That's it. It fits windows 20 inches to 48 inches. You don't have to drill it in. And also, you know, it doesn't take up the window space.
It doesn't.
We'll show the difference.
Do you know what? You have to check this out. And boy, I neither need longer arms or better eyes. If you see that HSN price at $599, you will spend $200 more for this. You will. And the crazy thing is, at $399, now listen, I won't say the brand or the brand or the BTU or anything like that, but as I look at this window unit, and I'm just guesstimating, I bet we spent as much on the today's special as you would spend for this eyesore, inadequate, probably not legally allowable in your neighborhood. My townhome wouldn't let me have this.
A lot of places don't.
Well, I'm just gonna guess, this is probably about what they, you know, you would spend on your today's special. This is not cooling a whole room.
No, this is about half the power. It's not a dehumidifier, it's just your air conditioner, and it's loud.
You bet.
And I know these firsthand because it was stuck in our window for 10 years. We used it the first year, but it was too loud, and our windows are old, so it was rattling the windows. But then it stayed stuck in there because my husband didn't want to take it out. It was such a pain to put it in.
I know.
And then, so here's this window. It takes up the entire space. If you had to get out of your window, that you're not going to. You're stuck inside.
You won't.
This right here, the DeLonghi is installed on the other side right there. You can keep your screen. If somebody's driving by or walking by your house, they would never know that there's an air conditioner installed on the other side.
Know.
No, and there's no noise inside or outside, and there's nothing that drips.
There's nothing that drips. Hey, you will spend $200 more after this show. So we are raising the price by $200. I say that somewhat tongue-in-cheek because we're already at the precipice. That's why we're doing it early. That's why you will not see this Memorial Day weekend. That's why, as you see Julie with other AC systems here at HSN throughout the season, they will be more money. They just will. They will not be this price or the digital display or the 2-year free warranty, all those goodies for this show and this show only. But my whole point is, when we raise the price by $200, people get desperate. They will, oh, you bet. They will be happy. They're like, I don't care what. I have done that in the past where when I lived in Minnesota, it's like, I don't care what it costs. I used to drive from store to store. It's like somebody has to have one of the window units. And then you're so uncomfortable. The heat actually makes me physically ill. And because I've had heat stroke before. So really when I get warm, I get physically ill. I just do. And you get to the point where you would spend anything.
Yes.
I mean, and I know when Amy was on earlier, they bought a dehumidifier for their home. Good grief, the dehumidifier could pay for it.
I think her dehumidifier was at the same price as the DeLonghi.
Oh, I'm sure.
So, okay, Amy bought a dehumidifier, not an air conditioner,
just a dehumidifier. Just a dehumidifier.
And she was watching the presentation, and she was talking about the water buckets in her dehumidifier. Yeah. So let me explain a little bit here. Here's the DeLonghi right here. This is another unit, but they're both a 3-in-1. So they're both your air conditioner, they're both a dehumidifier, and they both have the fan.
Which, by the way, I want to thank you for not making me hold the crummy filter during this presentation.
This is the filter. Yeah. When you have standing water, this is what happens to your filter. They get moldy, and then you breathe it.
I know. Can you guys see that? You know what, Julie, you want to hold it up again? I'm gonna put my
hold it up against the white so you can see.
Ew.
That's the mold. When you have standing water. Well, let me show you what dehumidifiers. This is what Amy is going through right now. So she was saying they live on the water, I guess. So it's humid, and in the dehumidifier mode, let me show you what the standard is. They have some sort of a bucket or a tray, and what happens is during the day, it's humid, so it starts dripping water, slow drip all day long, and then the bucket fills up, and then you have to empty the bucket. Okay, this is what you have to do maybe once or twice a day. The unit shuts off, that's a safety feature, so it doesn't overflow, and then you have to get up and empty this out. So think about if that happens in the middle of the night. You have to get out of bed, shut the unit off, and then reset it.
Ooh, and then somebody's mad.
Right, someone's grumpy.
Somebody's mad.
This is not the DeLonghi, and that's why you end up with the moldy filters, is because you have the water in here. DeLonghi has a completely different system, and it's called a no-drip technology. So the way that it works, this is 5 gallons of water. It actually extracts more than 5 gallons of water in a 24-hour day, in one day, and then it converts it into a vapor internally. Oh, that's cool. Inside your air conditioner. It's a smart air conditioner. It is. And I'd like to show the video on how it works, because you can kind of get the visual of what it does. So it takes all that water out of the air. Okay, it like sucks it out of the air, and then it converts it inside the unit, and you can see where it converts it into a vapor. There's nothing that drips on the outside. There's no buckets, there's no drain hoses, there's no trays of water that you have to empty out. So there's nothing inside or outside of the house. There's nothing dripping anywhere. No, there isn't, but you know what? In fact, I'm kind of bummed they didn't let me wheel away the bronze. I always like to, kick it out.
Exactly. That's how how I get my steps in. But we had the bronze choice available last hour. It is completely gone. White is our universal standard. That's the one that we're used to seeing here at HSN. The gray, we have a little better than 1,000 available. We're doing free shipping. We're doing it for less than $70 on your credit card. We have our HSN VIP program where you could get it at home for $44 and change on your HSN card. I do have to say though, get it, get it, get it. This is that purchase of no regrets, whether there is a system failure and the air conditioning company can't get to your house for a week and you're gonna stay in a hotel, or whether you just have inadequate AC in your home. Maybe you have an older home. We forget about the comfort factor, and yes, I know I keep saying the money, the money, the money, the money that you're gonna save. It will absolutely pay for itself without question. This is the only time this year we are doing this. We do one a year and one a year only. So get yours before we raise that price by over $200, 589-477. Call us. If you're getting it, of course, hold at the end of the call. We'd love to say hi to you. And Julie, I gotta tell you, I have so little patience when I'm warm in particular. I want to start feeling that cool air immediately.
Instantly. So what we're doing right here is we're measuring the cold air that's coming out of the unit. You can see that it's at, what is it, 31?
Yeah.
We had it down to 3 earlier.
I don't know how your little hands,
I know,
I mean.
I have been so cold
I know
all
you have.
day. But this is the thermometer gun, so you can see as it's going down,
yep.
It instantly cools the room. So this one right here, this is brand new, and you can see right here,
yep.
how it has that louver right here.
So good looking, isn't it?
Very nice looking with the remote control. Now you can stop it if you want, or with your remote control, you can click it on, you hear the little beep, and then it starts to move. So now it cools the room quicker and more evenly. So you can see how it disperses that air. It moves that cool air. So if you want, Shannon, you may want it just blowing on you.
Exactly, and I could do that.
You can completely customize it to whatever your needs are.
But you know what, to that end, I think it's one of God's intangible laws that you will end up with a partner who has a completely different thermostat than you do. Isn't it true? At the complete opposite.
Definitely.
So, you know, his and hers, maybe he's always too warm and you're not, or vice versa.
Right, and roll it on his side.
Roll it on his side.
Yeah, or roll it
on your side. Exactly. I mean, everybody's happy. The whole point is, though, we will take $200 off your purchase for this hour, for this show, only until 12 midnight. If you want the gray, we have a little better than 1,000 remaining. It is your only chance for the year. And if you've ever seen me air these AC units with Julie before, you probably are saying, Shannon seems to be in a really good mood tonight. Not only because I love Julie, but I get, as my friend Connie Craig Carroll would say, I get ill as a hornet. When I get hot, I'm ill as a hornet. And not only that, yes, I get uncomfortable, but for me, I get physically ill. I actually get nauseous, I get dizzy. I had heat stroke many, many years ago when I used to coach softball. And you know, for a lot of us out there, that heat can be kind of a medical disability. My hormone levels are changing. I know I've mentioned this. My bedroom runs about 10 degrees warmer than the rest of the house.
That's so miserable.
It's so miserable.
Why is it always the bedroom?
It's so true. And do you know, I don't sleep well anyway, but routinely about halfway through the night, I've perspired through my pajamas, regardless of what I've set the thermostat, and so I have to change. I know.
Do you need to borrow my DeLonghi?
Do you notice me throwing hints and shade my girlfriend's way? The garage, the bedroom. You can move it from room to room, but get it, do it, try it. You will love it. You're getting the best that America has to offer. DeLonghi,
the
best name, period.
Yes, Italian design.
Yes.
In fact, DeLonghi was the one that introduced portable heaters and portable air conditioners to the United States. This is their brand new top of the line unit. Installation, 5 to 10 minutes. No tools are required. I feel like it's almost like a little Lego puzzle.
It is actually. No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Together.
Yeah.
So that's where your hose kind of clicks in, and then you vent it through the window. There's nothing that drips out the window. There's no drip tray, no buckets that you have to empty out the water. Let me show you the installation again. And it comes with the caster wheels already installed. And how much do you love that it's going to come right to your doorstep?
Oh, Lord,
and you don't
I know,
even have to
right?
go to the store to put it in your car. So here's that piece. This is your hose, and it kind of twists and snaps on right here to the back of the unit.
Yeah.
Right here. And then you go over to your window. It's your windows that go up and down or side to side. It has a flexible hose, and then here's your adapter. So that adjusts 20 inches to 48 inches if you want to measure right there.
Yeah.
And then right here, this is where the hot air comes out. There's nothing that drips. There's nothing that's wet. In fact, you know what? Sometime I should put a paper towel in front of it.
Yeah.
It's
That's
just
a good
the
idea,
dry
actually.
air. So, okay, over here. No screws.
Nope.
You don't have to drill it in. You can keep your screen in. We had a great caller earlier that said with her window unit, she had an entire bedroom full of bugs that were flying around. They came in through the window unit.
Oh, wow.
So you can see that this is totally sealed right here. It just takes up a few inches. And you can close your curtains or your blinds like this all the way down so the room is nice and dark.
Terrific.
And then if you decide if it's in your bedroom at night and then you want to take it into the kitchen or into the family room, you roll it.
You can.
It's that simple. You can
Isn't
uninstall
that neat?
and
So,
it plugs in.
Free shipping we are taking $200 off your purchase. So we're taking $200 off your purchase. This offer is only good now. The price is rescinded at midnight. I can tell you for a fact, we'll all be happy to buy it at $600 because of what it does.
When you're desperate.
Oh, you better believe it.
And the thing around July, they start to sell out.
You bet they do.
The AC guys are backed up.
Yes,
you
they
end up
are.
in a hotel room.
Yep.
Or if there's if you're any sort of an emergency situation like Hurricane Irma last year, you can hook these into your generator.
You can.
Yep. In fact, people were running. The two necessities were the air conditioner and the refrigerator.
You're right.
That's all anybody wanted.
Yep. No,
Those
you're
two
right.
things. And that's what the generators could handle.
It's true. So we're going to show you the alternative. And of course, we'd love to hear from you. Of course, hold at the end of the call if you're shopping with us or if you've shopped for DeLonghi in the past. This is typically your alternative. And listen, I certainly don't have the receipt and I'm just kind of guesstimating, but I know what I have spent for window units in the past, and they don't have the power. They're not a dehumidifier. They're not as powerful. This was probably pretty close, if not the price of what you're paying for the today's special.
Yeah, and it's half the power.
And it's half the power.
Yeah, and you have to hold it up.
You do.
To get it into the window.
Dangerous.
If you live by yourself, if you live by yourself, you can't install this by yourself.
No, you can't. And by the way, once you put these in, you'll sell your house with that in it before you'll try to fight and take it out. I mean,
and your house will not sell with this sticking out.
Exactly.
Right.
And I can tell you for a fact, my townhome association would have something. They wouldn't let me have this.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let me have it. I mean, because they're very specific about what you can have. They just, they want everything nice and neat and looking the same in our neighborhood. Frankly, we want to save you money. We want you to be comfortable. We're going to save you money tonight. And listen, I know it's a Sunday. If you were kind of synchronizing your calendars and like, I'm going to wait till Memorial Day, it is because of you. It's because of our customer that we are doing sort of that preemptive heat strike. We're not doing this Memorial Day weekend. And this is the only chance for the year, because when you talk about those temperatures, now here's what's so crazy. It's the first week of May. The first week of May. We're not even close to where the big temperatures will be flooded our way, whether you live on the East Coast, the West Coast, up north, what have you. Phoenix, 103. Las Vegas, 103. Scottsdale, 102. 93 in Houston. And the one thing I want to say about that, those are just measurable temperatures. Those are not with the heat index.
Yes.
Because yes, the physical temperature, 103, 103, 102. With the heat index, it feels in most cases even warmer than that.
Yeah.
And because this is dehumidifying at the same time, what a lot of people don't realize, because I'm from up north, and we used to say all the time, it's not the heat, it's the humidity.
Right, until you move to Florida.
Until you move to Florida, right, and then you really know what you got to deal with. And none of my friends in Minnesota feel sorry for me in January, right?
Exactly.
But sometimes it's that excess humidity that even if your air is running, you're like, gosh, why does it still feel hot in here, right?
Hot or wet,
yes, or
sticky.
muggy.
Yes, muggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is your 3-in-1. It's your air conditioner. It has the dehumidifier built in. It also has a fan. So a lot of people buy dehumidifiers separately. Dehumidifiers can run a lot of money. So this is your 3-in-1. This is also right here a 3-in-1. But it's half the power. Maybe not quite half the power, but it's less power. It doesn't have the wheels on it. You end up with a moldy filter, because I want to show you why. In the dehumidifier mode, people get nervous when they hear dehumidifier. Because what you have to do, what the standard is some sort of a drip tray or a bucket. In case you missed this earlier, what happens is it extracts water out of the air. In the dehumidifier, if you live in the south or on the northeast coast, you know, in those humid areas, it drip, drip, drip until it gets full, and then you have to empty out the bucket, and then you restart the unit. And you may have to do this a couple times a day or a couple times a week. So, and then that's why you end up with the moldy filters right here. DeLonghi, I'm gonna step over to the DeLonghi. This is not the DeLonghi, by the way. If you're watching that, you don't have to do that. DeLonghi has a completely different system. No buckets, no trays, no hose lines, nothing that you have to shut off. And it uses what they call the no drip technology. And we have an animation to kind of show how it works. And it extracts between 5 and 6 gallons of water a day. If you live in a humid area, this is key. So it extracts that water and it converts it into a vapor. It's not wet, it's not muggy, it doesn't smell, it's not musty. And there's nothing that drips inside or outside of your house. Period. No buckets whatsoever.
No, I think that's genius. And you know what? And not for nothing, it looks a lot better than the other guy.
And new design.
Because you're going to have it out in the open in order to do its job. The comparison unit is a lot bigger, it's a lot bulkier, but it's not as powerful. And so you have
to... And it doesn't move.
And it doesn't move. There's no casters on there.
And I don't, there's no remote control.
No remote control. Here's the thing though, we have hundreds of you calling. Gray, little better than 1,000. Final opportunity. We are raising the price by $200. We are raising that price by $200. There is an unconditional 30-day money-back guarantee. Trust me when I say we regret a lot of purchases, I think, sometimes in life. This is something that you will never, ever, 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 ever regret. You don't have to worry about installation. You don't have to worry about maintenance. Like as an example, my split level AC that I spent almost $10,000 on that still doesn't cool my house, it's got a leak.
So depressing.
So now I've got to have somebody come over, clean out, you know, the drainage pipes, and put Freon in it about once a month just to keep the doggone thing running. And it's still not doing it.
Shannon.
Just listen to me. I'm giving you shade. I'm not giving you the eye this whole program. And then.
And do you want to spend another $10,000 on into the
And do you know what? And that's you know where I'm at right now. And the thing is, like Julie, like you said, because I live alone, so I'm either cooking in the kitchen, and it's funny because I even watch, I do everything in the kitchen or attempt to sleep. Those are my two, you know, it's the bedroom or it's the kitchen, you know, or God forbid, that bathroom, I'm telling you.
The bathroom.
Today, no kidding, because I've been coming to work a little bit earlier, and so the sun is still up, so I feel physically even warmer. I couldn't even put my makeup on in my bathroom after I took my shower because it was so hot.
So hot in there. Well, and this is designed for a large room. So you know what, if you want to put it in your master bedroom and then angle it into your bathroom, that's a great thing to be able to do. But up to 500 square feet. So that's the size of a 2.5 car garage. That's large. In fact, I think that's one of the largest that we've ever had.
It is, actually.
And then remember that it's portable, so you can move it from room to room. Now, a couple little things, Shannon, that I wanted to just go over quickly. Inside your box, as far as setting it up, we talked about no tools are required. It comes with a quick setup guide, and it shows what all the pieces are, kind of how they snap together, but you don't have to drill anything. You don't need a screwdriver. It even says on here, no tools are required, which is nice. And then here's your rebate. That comes in the box also. If you lose it, you can go to hsn.com and you can print that out. But it comes with everything that you see here. So you don't have to buy anything. There's no maintenance ever. It has a filter, but you don't have to buy any additional filters.
It's so great. It's everything that we want, and it's nothing that we don't want, meaning crazy installation, you know, crazy maintenance costs, something that's big or obtrusive. It's sleek. It even looks like an Italian race car, has those wonderful sculptural lines to it. It's got the digital display. It has the remote control. There is a sleep timer on this, which I think is genius. If I could pay somebody for my crew to go over to my house and like, can you just start turning down the thermostat so it starts to cool down so that by the time I get home, it's actually a comfortable temperature again. I'll give you an example. Last night, because I'm trying, because my electric bill this last month was $600 already. It's just, it's crazy.
And we have it year round.
And we have it year round.
Yeah.
I literally, this is God's honest truth, I turned the air down because it was intolerable upstairs. I left my house and went to a local restaurant bar for an hour.
Oh my God, just to cool down?
Just because, so that by the time I got home, I knew that it would be of a reasonable temperature in my home. Isn't that crazy? But
Shannon, you were just asking for my air conditioner.
I am.
I'm going to drive it over to you.
Julie will make a little house call. But I think that's
we have two. But
do you?
That's the thing. We keep the one as a backup for people like Shannon.
For people like me.
So we all have that room or that area of the house. We have one upstairs. Our upstairs is miserable. Our house was built in 1920.
Yeah.
So the upstairs was never properly insulated. And I tell you what, we've put in new ducts. We've put in insulation.
Right.
We've spent so much money and it still doesn't cool.
I know, but it's crazy because the air conditioning installers that I know, they bring the DeLonghi's to customers that they can't get to right away.
Yeah, exactly. If your air breaks down in Florida and you're going to have to wait a week, they bring in the DeLonghi as the rescue.
They really do.
Otherwise you're in a hotel. Because you know what? It's dangerous. You cannot sleep in the heat in Florida if your air goes out. And you're on a wait list.
And you're on a wait list.
Yeah.
I mean, you really are. So we would love to send this your way. It will pay for itself over and over and over and over again. It looks cool, pun intended, but it will save you so much money. We will charge you $200 more after this show, after the stroke of midnight.
And it's still well worth it.
It's still well worth it. And I can tell you for a fact, even when we raise the price, people will be happy to pay it. Dawn right here in Florida got hers though. Dawn, it's Julie and Shannon. Hi, Dawn.
Hi there.
Hi, Dawn.
I got one.
Yay.
Good girl.
And you're in Florida.
I don't, so Dawn, what's going on in your house? Do you have an inadequate AC, or you want to save money, or why did you get our today's special?
Well, I went through Irma, like all of us here in Florida last year, and I live over here on the East Coast, right on Singer Island, and in a high rise. And I was without power and like for about 2 weeks, but then when they turned the power back on, the cooling tower was out. So I didn't have AC for a month, and we were in that heat wave of 100 degrees plus, and my hurricane windows seals failed, so my house was flooded. So I was in my house in 100 degrees with no AC, trying to clean and save my hardwood floors, rushing down to my car. So I got heat exhaustion and heat stroke and everything. Yeah. And I swore after last year I would never go through that again, that I would get me a portable unit. So I've been pricing them all off season and everything, and then you guys came on and I said, you know what? Yep. I love the 3-in-1. I love the fact that I have no drip pans, the dehumidifier, and I'll put it in the bedroom, but I will never go through ever what we went through last year again.
I agree 100%. Yeah. Every single person in Florida after Hurricane Irma, you need this.
For sure. And Dawn, I actually had part of a roof collapse, and it's funny when you have that water damage, sometimes it's not just the temperature, but it's the humidity as well. You get that moisture that builds up, you know, from water retention and damage, etc. Dawn, we wish you well and a safe and blessed 2018, hurricane-free for all of us, you know, from your lips to God's ears. Thank you, Dawn. Be safe out here in Florida. And thank you so much for your phone calls. And she really said it best. And it's the purchase of no regret. She said, I'm never going to go through that again
ever.
And that's how you feel. I mean, and she too, because when I talk about how the heat physically makes me ill, she same thing. She, because of her situation with Irma, got heat exhaustion, and she had heat stroke as well. And once that happens to you, you're even more susceptible to temperatures and, you know, to your changes in your body, et cetera, et cetera. And like I said, it doesn't just put me in a bad mood. I physically get sick when I'm too warm. And you can't say no to this, especially for the features. And I love that Dawn had done some comparison shopping, and she had, you know, done her research. The price is a big deal. I got to tell you though, Julie, people will be happy to spend $200 more for this when they want to need it.
Yeah, and in those emergency situations, do you remember in the South, I don't even know in the country, I think these were sold out.
Oh, they were.
In the entire country.
Completely.
But just on a daily use, it's a great way to be able to save money. I'm going to show you once again, installation, it takes seconds. Yep. No tools, no drilling. You can keep your screen in, pop it down. No electrician too. It plugs into a regular outlet and you turn it on. It's simple. simple. You are absolutely gonna love it. You turn it on and it instantly cools that room.
And remember, we are raising the price in a little over an hour. So, and that's if we have any remaining. The gray, we have a little better than 1,000 to go around.
Gray.
Julie is actually, the gray looks nice, very soft. Julie's gonna stay with us because we have something that we can't do again. Dirt Devil, they've been doing the hand vacs for what, 50 years?
Over 50 years.
Over 50
They're
years.
known for their hand vacs, and we have a very special value.
Yes, we do. That's gonna be coming up in a minute.